So one of the biggest questions that I get all the time is, how do I use AI to rank my website? How do I use AI to do anything in marketing? What I'm going to show you today is pretty special, and it's something that I've been doing personally, and something that I was taught by one of my friends, another agency owner named Jonathan Mast, and it's pretty cool. The whole idea with what I'm going to show you here today, and what I've talked about in the past in some of my other videos, is this whole idea of topical authority. What is topical authority? Topical authority is basically just having a list of the questions that people are searching for and to become the authority around that specific topic. So for roofers, you would definitely want to be the topical authority figure in Google's eyes for roofing, okay, for roof repair, for siding, windows, gutters, solar, anything that you offer as a service, you want to be the topical authority figure. Okay, so how do you do that? One of the ways to do that is using videos. And one of the ways that I like to do is using short videos, because people's attention spans are not getting longer. So the idea is to take these short form videos in the forms of, like, this all started with TikTok, but Instagram jumped on the boat real quick with Reels. And then, of course, Facebook, because they're owned by the same company, Meta, and they have Reels. YouTube jumped on board with that, and they're called Shorts. So there's all sorts of ways to do this. And the idea with the short videos is that you have to keep them very short, obviously. So what we try to do is keep them underneath a minute. All right. Now, some videos with people who have a whole bunch of videos, some of the platforms will allow you to have a little bit longer than 1 minute. But what we found is that 1 minute or short videos are actually the best, because honestly, most people are going to bounce within the first 3 seconds. Okay. If it doesn't capture their interest. So that's the very first thing, honestly, that we have to do in these short form videos is have a hook. Okay. Something that's going to make them go beyond just the 1 to 3 seconds. And then we want to give them whatever information that we're going to talk about. And then we're going to give a slight call to action at the very end of each of these. Okay. So the idea, though, surrounding using SEO and these short form videos to help you get that topical authority figurehead within your industry, within your service area, right? As a roofer, you want to make sure that you are the choice versus a choice, right? So the way to achieve that is going to be through creating videos using these $1,000 machines that are sitting right here in our pockets. Okay. So let's jump right into it. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time on this, but we're going to basically use 3 different tools, okay, in order to do this. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it right now. All right. So the very first thing, we want to use either Gemini, which is a Google product, and it's AI driven. And so we're going to use AI to help us do a little bit of research first. We're going to get the questions that people are actually searching for. Okay. So the other tool is Perplexity, and of course, the good old ChatGPT. All right. And if you're not using any of these tools here right now, then I highly suggest at least jump into ChatGPT. Perplexity is an interesting tool. It is very good for research. I tend to gravitate toward it when I'm trying to find information about a topic. So Gemini, of course, is hooked directly into Google. So we're gonna use this first. What we want to do first, give it some context. All right. You are an expert at this. All right. Whatever that it is. Next, you want to tell it what you want to do, and you want to be very specific about it. And then last, you want to tell it to ask you any clarifying questions. Okay. Very simple framework to use. All right. So in this framework, and I'm going to bring open our SOP for this. Let me go grab it real quick. And basically what we're going to do is that we're going to add a specific prompt into, first, we're going to do it on Gemini. Give me the 30 top topics and questions related to the subject of whatever that your subject is. All right. This is what you would want to replace here. Right. But I've got roofing. We're going to keep it generic for right now. For an audience of homeowners, that will help me establish topical authority as the go-to expert for this topic and audience. Put those results in a table and rank by monthly search volume and ease of ranking. Once you have that in there, just go ahead and hit go. We're going to wait for a few seconds here while it comes up with this list. Google knows what people are searching for. Obviously, they are literally where we want to rank anyways. These all have great questions. How much does a new roof cost? Best roofing materials. What are the best roofing materials for my climate? What are the signs I need a new roof? How to choose a roofing contractor. And over here, they're ranked by volume and difficulty. What we want to look at, and I did another video about this with this same topic, but we were then creating titles for blogs. Okay. But I'm going to use the same idea here to create basically what we're going to talk about inside of our videos. Imagine if you went down and answered all 30 of these questions, what you would become the authority figure in your area based off of the main topic of roofing. Okay. Let's try that in Perplexity. All right. Perplexity is like I said, it's a really good tool for doing a whole bunch of research. Okay. And we can use that same exact prompt. And I'm just copying and pasting from my SOP, my standard operating procedure document that I've got over here. By the way, if you're in my roofing mastermind, roofing marketing academy mastermind group, if you're in that, you have access to over 100 SOPs that are, let me grab this and move this over to here just so you can see what it basically looks like. This is a standard operating procedure. This is exactly what me and my staff use in order to do our jobs. Okay. All right. Same exact thing, same exact prompt here. All right. I'm going to hit enter and it's going to come up with another list of items here of things that we should possibly talk about. Okay. These are more like topics. These aren't really questions. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come up over back to that prompt. I'm going to edit it. You can edit anytime you ask a question. You can always go and edit the prompt itself. Can't inside of Perplexity. You can inside of Gemini and ChatGPT. Okay. So I'm just going to create a new one. Let's start over here. I'm going to say this, but I'm going to change this prompt a tiny bit. Instead of saying topics and questions, let's just say, give me the top 30 questions related to the subject of roofing. Right. So maybe let's be a little bit more specific instead of saying topics, because that's all that came out with there. There we go. How much does a new roof cost? How long does a roof last? What are the best roofing materials? Okay. Here's another great list. Right. And it's got them ranked here by how many searches. Okay. Look at this, 135,000 searches. Right. That's global. Right. It's if you're in Jacksonville, Florida, you're a roofer in Jacksonville, Florida, and you want to become the roofing expert in Jacksonville, Florida, that's not going to be 135,000 searches. Okay. Just this is a good guideline to know how many searches and is it hard or easy to rank for that. All right. So there's Perplexity. And let's do the same thing inside of ChatGPT. Copy and paste that again. And we'll keep it with the topics and questions. Make sure you're using the latest ChatGPT, which typically you do whenever you do this. I'm going to hit enter. Give me the top 30 topics. It's the same exact prompt. It's actually going to do its thing here for a little bit. All right. And it might take a few seconds. It is analyzing. Sometimes ChatGPT is pretty slow. It's a lot slower these days because there's a lot more people are using that platform. So that's why sometimes I like to jump over to Gemini or Perplexity or anything like that. It's good to have options. If ChatGPT is down, a lot of times when it's very slow like this, that's usually precedes when it actually crashes. Okay. All right. So these look mostly not questions, but these are very close. These are topics, benefits of a new roof, pros and cons of metal roofing, all that kind of stuff. So I might go and do the same exact thing that I did earlier with Perplexity, but instead of in here, instead of creating a whole new chat, you can just come back up here and edit this. All right. So let's see, I'm going to take out the question topics. I'm going to say, give me the top 30 questions. Okay. Just like we did with Perplexity. I'm going to let it do its thing again. It might take a few seconds just because it's bogged down right now. It's pretty slow. All right. It is doing its thing. I want to show you something that we have in our SOP here, but inside of Gemini, the really cool part about it is that if you scroll all the way down here, and if you told it to give you a table, it has this little button right here that says export to sheets. Okay. So if I click that, it's going to create a new spreadsheet for me. inside of Google Sheets. I'll just open that up. And I like doing that because this gives me a good way to track what videos that I produced and edited and posted. Okay. So I'm going to open this all the way up here. And I'm going to name this Gemini because I'm going to put the same exact results from each one of these into a new tab. All right. I'm just going to grab these, create a new tab, see if it pastes it. Okay. Sometimes you have to just hit paste. Sometimes the formatting is really weird when you go straight from one platform to Google Sheets, but this one actually came out all right. Okay, so this is Perplexity. All right, now let's see if ChatGPT is done. Okay, it is, but it's not great, but this is good. How much does a new roof cost? What are the different types of roofing materials? These are all questions. So again, the idea here is that we're going to create a script for each one of these. And now a lot of these things, as the expert, you can talk about it, right? But sometimes I find that it's easier that if you have, so I've got an app on my phone called Big View that you can load a script up into, and you just hold it up in front of you and talk. I highly recommend, by the way, roofers, y'all should be out in the field when you're doing these types of videos. You should have roofers going in the background. You should have a new roof happening. You should be next to your truck. You should be standing in your shirt with your logo on it, all that kind of stuff, okay? And just hold that $1,000 machine out in front of you and just simply talk through it. All right, so what do we do with this? I'm just going to click on download this table. I'm going to see what happens here. That's a new one that I've seen. All right, so it actually created a CSV. That's fine. Let's open that up so we can copy and paste that. Yeah, let's just take this whole thing and we're going to copy and paste that into that sheets that we had. Okay, next one. And this one is ChatGPT. Perfect. All right. Now I'm also going to rename this Topical Authority Roofing. Okay, so that didn't take very long, right? We came up with a list of questions that we can answer. Okay, we should have 90 of those. That should keep us busy for a long time. Now, a good rule of thumb is to create one of these videos every single day, or actually post one of these videos every single day. You don't have to create them all one per day. I like batching things. So I typically shoot or record 5 videos per week. Fridays to me are my video creation days. Okay. Okay. So now what do we do with this? Now, what we can do is that we can go back over to ChatGPT, right? Create a new chat, and we can go in and tell it to create a script off of this. Now, cool part is that I've got a ton of these that I have made of these assistants. Okay. So I made one just for you and my team to be able to create these scripts. Okay. This is super, super easy. If you're in my mastermind group, you will have access to this. Join that. You have access to that and 100 plus other videos. All right. So how do we do this? We're just going to simply come back over to here, right? How much does a new roof cost? And we're just going to simply go down the line. I'm going to start with the Gemini, go to Perplexity, then ChatGPT. Eventually, I'm only going to do 1 or 2 of these right now, just so you can see what it's like. All right. So create a new video script. All right. Title or question. All right. And I'm just going to simply paste in the question down here. All right. Now it's going to ask you who is the target audience. For most of us, it's going to be homeowners. If you're focused more on commercial, you're going to put building maintenance. Name. What's your name? I'm just going to put Chris. All right. What's your name of your company? I'm going to just name it Hunter Roofing. How about that? What's the website? Let's call it hunterroofing.com. So it's asking me questions on things that it needs in order to create this script. Now it's going to take all that information. It's going to create a very short script, something that is easy to talk through, right? In less than a minute. Perfect. All right. So it has this. Okay. So typically what I would do with this is I would copy that and paste it into a new Word document so that I could edit it and then paste that into Big View and talk through on my phone right here, that $1,000 machine. But let's see how this goes. Hey, homeowners, thinking about getting a new roof but worried about the cost? Let's break it down. Hi, I'm Chris from Hunter Roofing. The cost of a new roof can vary widely based on several factors like the size of your home, the materials that you choose, and the complexity of the installation. On average, you might spend anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000, but don't let that scare you. Investing in a quality roof can save you money in the long run by avoiding frequent repairs and improving energy efficiency. Curious about what a new roof would cost for your home? Visit us at hunterroofing.com for a free estimate and more tips on making the best roofing choices. Don't wait. Protect your home today with Hunter Roofing. Not bad. Okay, I stumbled a little bit there. Sometimes his scripts are a little bit easier to talk through. And don't be afraid to restart over. And you can always edit a video later. So that's about it. It's a nice, easy process. Create that video, store it. What we do with it after that is that you're going to upload it to YouTube. You're going to upload it to your website. You're going to upload it to Meta, use the Meta business platform. That way you can upload it as a reel to both Facebook and Instagram. You can upload it to YouTube. You can upload it in all sorts of different places, Twitter, TikTok, if you want to go that route, wherever, okay? But the idea is that the more of these that you produce around the same main topic, the more authoritative that you will become on that topic and the more that Google will really like you. Okay. All right. That's it. If you want access to this script assistant, all you have to do is go over to the Roofing Marketing Academy. The link for it will be down below, and just join up and be part of our mastermind group. Get access to hundreds of SOPs, standard operating procedures, and videos on exactly how to do all this stuff and to make your roofing company the choice versus a choice. Okay. Alternatively, you can hire roofingsites.com to do all of this stuff for you. It is really hard to keep up with marketing these days. If you need help with any of that stuff, we are there to help. We love doubling roofing companies. It's literally our mission is to double the size of 100 roofing companies before 2028. Will yours be next? Who knows? Hopefully. Make sure that you click and subscribe on this so you can get more videos just like this. I release these all the time. All right. Appreciate y'all. Thanks. Bye.